I sat at the wooden table in the lawyer's office, staring at the divorce papers in front of me. The black ink on white paper looked so final, so cold. My hand trembled slightly as I held the pen. After 12 years of marriage, this was how it would all end, with a signature. Sarah sat across from me, her eyes red and tired. She wasn't crying, but I could tell she had been. We had grown distant over the past year, arguments over small things. Long silences at dinner and nights spent sleeping on opposite sides of the bed. At some point, we both stopped trying. The lawyer cleared his throat softly. "Whenever you're ready," he said. I took a deep breath. I wanted to be ready. I told myself this was for the best for both of us. We'd tried counseling, we'd tried pretending, but nothing worked. I looked at Sarah one more time, searching for the woman I married, the one who used to laugh until her eyes sparkled. But all I saw now was exhaustion. I lowered my eyes and prepared to sign. That's when I heard her whisper. She didn't mean for me to hear it. She was turned slightly toward the window, her voice barely above a breath. But the room was quiet enough that her words reached me clearly. "I hope he finds happiness this time." Something inside me froze. Happiness this time? The words hit me harder than I expected. For months, I'd told myself she didn't care anymore. I'd convinced myself she was cold, distant, done. But hearing that whisper, it wasn't anger or bitterness. It was love. Quiet, broken love that still wanted the best for me, even when she wasn't part of my future. I put the pen down. "Did you just say something?" I asked gently. She looked startled. "Oh, I didn't mean for you to hear that." "I did," I said softly. "You still care, don't you?" Tears filled her eyes. "Of course I do, Daniel. I don't know how to fix us anymore." For the first time in months, we really looked at each other, not as enemies, not as strangers sharing a house, but as two people who had once promised to love each other through everything. "I don't know either," I admitted. "But maybe signing this isn't the answer." She let out a shaky breath, then gave a small, hopeful smile. "Then what do we do?" I shrugged, feeling something I hadn't felt in a long time. Hope. "Maybe we start small. A walk, a talk. No lawyers, no shouting, just us." The lawyer politely excused himself from the room, sensing the change. Sarah and I sat there in silence for a moment, unsure what came next. I didn't know if we could fix everything. Maybe it was too late. But as I watched her wipe her tears and smile through them, I realized that sometimes one whisper is all it takes to remind you why you fell in love in the first place. I folded the papers and put them back in the envelope. The signature could wait. For now, we still had something worth trying for.